Have you ever felt like you're stuck? Like there's something you deeply desire? Something everyone else seems to have, but it's just out of your reach. Maybe you've prayed, you've hoped, and still nothing changes. If that's you, then today's reading from the first book of Samuel speaks directly to your heart. Let's dive into the story of a woman named Hannah. The scripture introduces us to her husband, Elkanah. He is described as a devout man who travels to Shiloh every year to worship and sacrifice to the Lord. He has two wives, which was common at the time, Peninnah and Hannah. Here's where the drama begins. Peninnah has children, sons and daughters, but Hannah has none. The Bible tells us plainly, the Lord had closed her womb. Can you imagine the ache in Hannah's heart? In her culture, having children was everything. It was a sign of blessing, a source of status and security. Not having children would have been seen as a deep personal failure and even a sign of divine disfavor. To make matters worse, she had a rival living under the same roof. Peninnah wasn't just a wife, she was a constant, painful reminder of what Hannah lacked. The text says Peninnah would provoke Hannah severely to make her miserable. This wasn't just a one-time argument. This was a yearly tradition of torment. Every time the family went up to the house of the Lord, a place that should have been a source of peace and comfort, Peninnah would use the occasion to rub salt in Hannah's deepest wound. The result? Hannah would weep and refuse to eat. Her sorrow was so profound it stole her appetite and her joy. Now, let's look at her husband, Elkanah. He clearly loves Hannah. The scripture says he would give her a special portion of the sacrifice because he loved her. He sees her pain and tries to comfort her. He says, Hannah, why are you weeping? Why don't you eat? Why is your heart sad? Am I not more to you than 10 sons? On the surface, his words seem sweet and well-intended. He's trying to remind her of his love, to tell her that she is valued for who she is, not just for her ability to have children. He's saying, my love for you is enough, isn't it? But let's be honest. While his love was a comfort, it couldn't fill the specific void in her heart. He was trying to solve an emotional and spiritual problem with a logical statement. Sometimes, when we're in deep pain, what we need isn't a solution, but someone to just sit with us in our sorrow. Elkanah, for all his love, didn't fully grasp the depth of Hannah's longing. His question, am I not more to you than 10 sons, highlights the disconnect. He couldn't be what a child would be. This story is so powerful because it captures a raw human experience of longing, jealousy, and misunderstanding. We see Hannah, a woman of faith, in a state of deep anguish. We see Peninnah, whose insecurity likely fueled her cruelty. And we see Elkanah, a loving but slightly clueless husband trying his best. What does this mean for us today? It reminds us that it's okay to be heartbroken before God. It's okay to bring our deepest, most painful longings to Him, even when the world, or even our loved ones, don't understand. Hannah's journey doesn't end here in tears. This moment of deep despair is actually the launching point for one of the most powerful prayers in the entire Bible. Her pain would drive her to a point of total surrender before God, and the results would change the course of history for the nation of Israel. So if you're feeling like Hannah today, take heart. Your story isn't over. Your pain is not unnoticed by God. Let it drive you not into despair, but into His presence. We'll explore what happens next in our coming videos, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching.